Standards identified in these activities have been adopted from the content standards of the national organization for each discipline. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. A middle school music class is collaborating with students in Sweden to write and perform an opera. By requiring the students to compose and arrange music within specific guidelines, the teacher integrates music standard number 4 for grades 5 through 8.
How do we get started with the music? It's a tough job, isn't it?
Yeah, we just kind of have to find a rhythm or a tune and just go with it.
Okay, what else did we have to do, Catherine, to get started?
We had to write the songs first.
All right.
First we had to find something that would it was easier to rhyme things at the end of sentences, so we did that, and then we had to get a tune that went with the song.
Okay, all right. The very first thing we did, and you may have forgotten because it's been a while since we started this, we read through the script. Remember, we looked for places that we thought would make really good musical moments. Do you remember some things that we talked about that might indicate a place where we would want a song?
Like when Jason went out by the pond and he wanted to sing.
All right, because that was a pretty dramatic point in the story. So we usually look for a dramatic point. Once we found those musical moments, then what did we talk about? We had to determine what? Who was going to sing the song, right?
Yeah.
And let's take that example of Jason out by the pond. We had to think about the mood. What was his mood then?
Like, sad.
Right, sad. He wasn't real happy at that point. And then you've already translated that into a musical term. You were thinking about music that would be in a minor key.
One group of students is in charge of designing the makeup and costumes for the performers. They have to take into account the ages of the actors, the scenes, the set, and the lighting. The students' work demonstrates theater standard number 3 for grades 5 through 8, which requires that students design by developing environments for scripted scenes. The students have to consider the functions and interrelated nature of scenery, lighting, costumes, and makeup in creating an environment appropriate for the opera.
Let's talk about the costume committee first. On this particular opera, how many characters are you costuming?
8.
All right, and when you determined what they were going to wear, what kinds of things did you have to think about?
Lighting and how hot it's going to be on the stage.
All right. Was age a factor in determining what they were going to wear?
Yes.
And what are the ages of your characters?
They're like 12 to 13, I think.
Okay, so was it difficult to costume these people?
Not really.
No, not really, because you can have them wear things that you would wear to school.
This is one they did. We couldn't think of anything else for her, so we decided to use this one. She's wearing a blue see-through top with a black shirt over it, and like a black skirt with dark green stockings and platform shoes. And this is Ellen.
The makeup and costume designers use Cosmopolitan virtual makeover software to select makeup and hairstyles for the performers. The use of the CD-ROM integrates Technology Performance Indicator number 4 for grades 6 through 8. This performance indicator requires students to use content-specific tools, software, and simulations to support learning and research.
All right, you're also working on makeup, and you're working with a program called Cosmopolitan Makeover. Can you tell me how this program works and some of the things you've done with it?
Well, you take a camera, a digital camera, and you take a picture of anyone, and you put it on the computer, and you pick a picture, and it shows up on the screen, and you can pick hairstyles and hair colors, and then there is highlights, and you can do our makeup and lipstick and stuff.
Can you show me some other things you can do with that?
You can do a beauty mark. And on highlights you can pick if you want a small brush, medium-sized brush, or a thick brush. We usually use thick brushes, and with dark hair you usually use like brown like color. And this is the highlights, kind of what it looks like. A lot of people use this so they don't want to take it, just in case like they're getting their hair cut and they don't want to take any chances. They don't like it, so they use this and see what it's going to look on them. And you can, if you screw up, you can undo it. And there's lipstick. We need to outline the lips. And then you can like put lipstick on her. And then there's blush. You know, it's going to look better than that, but you know what I mean.
The students create a webpage that provides information about their opera, such as the names of the performers and composers, costume design, and information about the plot, music, and scenes. By creating a website for their Opera on the Net project, the students implement Technology Performance Indicator number 6 for grades 6 through 8. This indicator requires that students design, develop, publish, and present products, such as web pages, using technology resources that demonstrate and communicate curriculum concepts to audiences inside and outside the classroom.
The webpage took me about an hour to make, and I had told Mrs. Forstall what the address was, let her look at it, and I got the okay. And then a couple weeks later, she let one of the other teachers look at it, the English teacher, and I had to correct it because I had quite a few errors in it that I needed to fix. And so the webpage just basically tells us what the opera is, who we're doing it with, what it's about, what the jobs are for each committee, and we got some quotes from some of the students. And then you can, down here, I put our guest book, so people can go in and sign your guest book. You click on Sign Guest Book, and you put your name, your email, city, state, country, and then comments, and then you click Sign Guest Book. And then, or you can go to Read Guest Book, and on here we've got comments from some of the Sweden kids. We've got comments from some people over in Ireland. The teachers over in Sweden sent this page to their friend in Ireland. And we've got comments on here, and then right now I've got just like jazz music on here, but as soon as we get our CD burnt that we're making for the opera, we're going to put our opera music on here.
The students create programs, tickets, posters, banners, and invitations to their opera using Print Shop and Print Shop Deluxe. This demonstrates Technology Performance Indicator number 8 for grades 6 through 8, which requires that students select and use appropriate tools and technology resources to accomplish a variety of tasks and solve problems.
I made this on Print Shop Deluxe, and I had to make 3 of them because we couldn't fit it all in one, because I had the time, the price, and when we did them. And we're putting them up at the McCready Theater, Macedonia. And
what are we going to do at the McCready Theater?
that's where we're performing.
Okay, good.
And, well, this one actually is for when they get off the plane from Sweden.